Hey there, thank you so much for checking this video out. Today we're going to do a quick yet effective full body core strengthening workout. And this workout is perfect for seniors, beginners, anyone who really wants to emphasize proper form and technique so you're getting into the right muscles. Thanks so much for watching, and if you like what you see today, will you do me a favor and subscribe because I publish new videos each week. Thanks again. Let's get to the mat. The first thing we're going to do is talk a little bit about how to actually engage the core. So I'm going to lie on my mat. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. I have a pillow underneath my head, but it's completely optional. It's just there if it's more comfortable. And to engage my core, I'm going to think about reaching my belly button toward my spine. And at the same time, and this is important, thinking about my hip bones, my sits bones, and my tailbone. And I'm going to tilt them ever so slightly. They're staying on the mat, but they're just tilted up to flatten the curve of my lower back and to make my lower belly and pelvis long and flat, almost as if I could balance a hot cup of coffee right on my belly button. So this feeling is what I refer to when I say engage your core. And we're going to layer on some exercise. I'm going to exhale my right knee into tabletop, and I'm going to inhale lower. And I'm going to exhale my left knee into tabletop and inhale lower. And exhale right leg in, inhale lower. Exhale left leg in, inhale lower. And what I'm trying to do is keep that core engagement, or in other words, prevent that imaginary coffee cup from spilling. Exhale in, inhale lower, exhale in, inhale lower. At the same time, I'm trying to keep my collarbones wide and my shoulder blades reaching down the back. If this is feeling too easy, you can pick up the pace. As long as that lower back isn't arching, it significantly increases the abdominal work. And I'm going to do one more each side. And I'm going to lower both legs down to the mat. Next, I'm going to do some gentle rotation. So my knees are still bent, feet flat on the mat. And I'm going to inhale, windshield wiper both legs over to the right. And exhale, center. And inhale, windshield wiper legs over to the left. And center. And keep going. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. It's not a big movement necessarily. The range of motion is individual. It's where you can keep control, muscle control, and your collarbones stay open. My opposite hip is slightly picking up, as is the opposite foot. And one more each side. Just warming up the waist and the obliques. Next, we're going to do a version of the Pilates 100. So I'm in the same position. Check back in with that coffee cup. Reach that belly towards the mat. Make sure you're not spilling any coffee. Exhale the right knee into tabletop and reach those shoulder blades down the back. And you're going to inhale, pump the arms 5 times. And exhale, pump the arms 5 times. And again, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the shoulder blades reaching down the back. And keep the belly reaching towards the spine. After 5 breaths, we'll switch legs. So I'm going to exhale my left leg into tabletop, right leg lowers, and keep pumping. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying to prevent my back from arching off the mat. My torso is long, flat, and engaged. My chest is open. And this should be about 10. Next, I'm going to come up to seated, and I'm rolling to the side just like I'm getting out of bed. Gently sitting up. The next exercise is called rolling like a ball prep. So I'm seated on the mat. My knees are bent, feet are flat. My hands grab behind my thighs, high up near the knees. And I'm thinking about those same muscles behind my belly button. I'm pulling them back so far that my legs pop up off the mat. And I'm just gonna balance. Shoulder blades reaching down the back, torso lengthening out of waist. And I'm breathing and I'm balancing. And then I rest. And we'll go again. Abdominals reach back. Pick the legs up off the mat, but only because the belly's reaching back. And I'm breathing. And I'm balancing, and I'm lengthening out of that waist. And rest, we're gonna go for 5 to 8 of these. Belly reaches back. Scoop that belly, again, sort of feel like that same feeling, like how would your belly feel if you were trying to balance a coffee cup? It's rounded, it's engaged. And lower. Now, if you want to progress this, we'll roll back. You can let go and try to balance all while you're lengthening. Shoulder blades still down the back. And one more. Belly reaches back. So far back, it pulls the feet up off the mat, and I'm lengthening. Beautiful work. Next exercise, we're going to be back lying on the mat. It's called single leg stretch. So I'm on my back, same position, pulling the belly towards the spine, tilting that tailbone and hip bones up, balancing that coffee cup, and I'm going to exhale my right knee into my chest, my left leg at a high diagonal. I'm going to inhale, initiate the change, exhale, lengthen the opposite leg. Inhale, change, exhale, extend. You're just switching, working like crazy to keep that lower back on the mat and your shoulder blades reaching down the back. Now, the lower your legs go, the more challenging this is going to be. So feel free to challenge your working level, but just make sure your back stays on the mat. If your back starts to arch, you've gone too low. And we'll do one more each side. And pull both knees in. Take a much deserved back stretch. And next we're going to flip onto our stomachs. Now this exercise is called goal post. I'm on my stomach. My arms are wide, elbows bent in goal post position, and my forehead is on the mat. I'm going to exhale, draw my shoulder blades down the back to widen my collarbones, and I'm going to inhale, pick my head, neck, and chest up, looking at the mat the entire time. And I'm going to exhale, lower right back down. And again, Inhale, draw the collarbones wide as you pick your head, neck, and chest up. And lower right back down. Shoulder blades down the back as you inhale. Neck is long. We're just thinking about lengthening away from our feet, out the crown of the head. Keep looking at your mat to make sure that neck stays relaxed. And again, we'll do a few more. And again, inhale up, shoulder blades down the back. That's really where the work is. Trying to keep those shoulder blades reaching down the back. And lower back down. Just a couple more. Think about reaching your tailbone towards your heels. That'll protect the lower back. And if you'd like to make it harder, you can pick your arms up off the ground and balance there, as long as you're keeping those shoulder blades down the back. And lower. How about one more of those? My lower back is relaxed. My neck is relaxed. My upper back and middle back is working like crazy. Beautiful. You can press back into a little bit of a child's pose. And rather than rounding my lower back, I like to keep my torso long in this. I feel a nice stretch that way. Next, we're going to come into our swan. This is another great upper back exercise, so good for posture, fighting round shoulderedness. So I'm on my forearms. My elbows are just forward of my shoulders, and I'm looking at my mat. Now I'm going to draw my shoulder blades down the back to widen the collarbones. As I inhale, bring my gaze to forward. So I'm looking at the wall in front of me. And relax. And again, collarbones wide because I'm drawing my shoulder blades down the back. I inhale, bring the gaze forward. And exhale, relax. We'll do a few more of these. Collarbones wide, shoulder blades down the back. It's like you're lengthening that chest so far forward it can just round up. And again. And it's very important to keep your neck in the same position. We're gazing forward, not because we're cranking on the neck, for example. This is what this would look like. We're gazing forward because we're bending in the upper back, right at the base of the shoulder blades. And last one. This is another one where my neck is relaxed, my lower back is relaxed, my upper back is working like crazy. Beautiful. The next exercises we're going to do are going to work every core muscle in your body. So enjoy the challenge. I'm going to get on my hands and knees, quadruped position, and I'm going to come onto my forearms. I inhale as my right leg straightens, exhale as my left leg straightens, drop the hips, lift the belly, and press the forearms into the mat. And I'm going to breathe. Holding for one more breath. And coming down to the knees for a quick rest. I'm going to come into that again. On my hands and knees. Down to my forearms. Reach my shoulder blades down the back to open the chest as I straighten one leg at a time. Drop those hips, lift that belly, and keep reaching those shoulder blades down the back. Breathing for 2 more breaths. And one more. Check back in with those shoulder blades. Oh, so easy to let go as we start to fatigue. And we'll do just one more of those. I'll come down to my right forearm and my left forearm. Shoulder blades down the back as my right leg lengthens and my left leg lengthens. Lift the belly, drop the hips, push that floor away with the forearms as the shoulder blades come down the back. This is so much work, especially if you really keep those shoulder blades reaching down the back the entire time. Oh, beautiful. The next exercises we're going to do are really going to challenge another group of core muscles, your obliques, all the muscles along the side body. So I'm sitting with my knees bent, all of my weight on my bottom hip. I come down to my forearm and my legs are bent. My top foot is slightly in front of my bottom foot. I'm going to inhale as I lengthen my legs, press into my forearms. I lift my arm up. Keep reaching those shoulder blades down the back. Hips lower than you think. Then just breathe. And bend, relax. We'll do two more. I'm on my side body, knees are bent on my forearm. And I'm gonna inhale, straighten my legs, come onto my forearm. Lift that arm overhead. Keep pushing that floor away. Shoulder blade reaching down the back. And we'll lengthen back down. And one more. Knees are bent. Weight onto bottom hip and forearm. Inhale, lengthen those legs. Press the floor away with that forearm. Lift that top arm. And just breathe. If this is too much work, you can absolutely come down to your knees. Just trying to keep that elbow right under the shoulder. And we'll lower right down. Beautiful. Now just have the other side to go, and then we're done with our great workout for today. So I'm lining up on my left hip this time. Knees are bent. I come onto my forearm. Top hand just resting on the hip. I'm going to inhale, lengthen those legs as I pick the hip up. Shoulder blades reach down the back. Top hand lifts. And we'll lower back down. This side actually feels easier for me. It's always interesting that we have one side of the body that's so much stronger than the other. So we're on our forearms, knees are bent. Pop back up into our plank. Pop, yeah, right. Like it's that easy. Shoulder blades down the back. Pick that top arm up. And you'll lengthen right back down. And just one more to go. Might as well get it over with, right? Knees are bent, feet are on the mat. Inhale, lengthen those legs. Try to line that elbow up under the shoulder. Pick that arm up, keep drawing those shoulder blades down the back. Hips lower than you think. You can always come down to your knees. Beautiful work. Thank you so much for watching this video.